Hi everybody, and welcome to the one-on-one edition of the SoCal Prep Report. I'm Rich Estrella, and what we do now during the summertime is meet with some of the coaches, the players, and some of the newsmakers during the past high school season and ask them what was going on. And joining us today, as we are here at Western High School, is the head coach, Dan Davidson, head coach of the football team. First of all, Coach, congratulations, and thank you for joining us, man.
Hey, my pleasure. Glad you guys came out and spent some time with us.
Coach Davidson, CIF champion this year, went to state. Quarterfinals, didn't quite do as well, but doesn't matter, man. Winning CIF and getting the opportunity to play for a state title is something, and only a handful of schools, put them on one hand, got that opportunity. So it was a great season for you, Coach. We have a lot to talk about. First of all, tell everybody just a little bit about Western High School.
I think we're a hidden gem. If I say Knott's Berry Farm, that helps. We're between Servite, Los Alamitos, and Cypress. And I couldn't be at a better place. I really can't. The kids here are fighting to become better. I love my players. You can hear them in the background out there.
Working.
Where our kids show up, they work hard for us, and they're trying to excel. And that's a little bit about Western. Only 1,800 kids, but we have the right 1,800. And for me, I have the right 45 kids that are playing football.
And it looks like they're getting ready to expand just a little bit. There's all kinds of construction going on at this high school. Coach, I couldn't even get in here that's why I was late today.
The construction's great. We're getting a new practice facility. I think that comes a little bit with some success, and also a new parking structure. And I think it's just kind of where Western's headed. They believe that it's a good school and a lot of good things. Our test scores are up, so it's not just sports, it's also educational wise. Our math scores, our English scores, and as a whole, we're in a good place.
People at Western are very excited right now about their football team winning the CIF title. Matter of fact, it's the first, not only is it the first CIF championship in school's history, it's only the third CIF title of any kind on this campus in like 69 or 64 years or thereabouts. Yeah, 2 wrestling titles and that's it.
Yeah, well, we have 3 wrestling titles, so if I don't say that, Coach Flores is going to get mad at me.
Sorry
so
about that.
83, 84, and 07. But having the first team sport, and when I say team, wrestling's totally a team, but to have a team sport that goes out there and do the first one, and we really felt like we did that for the 71, 72 teams that fell short. And then coming back again where Coach Howell took them in 03 and 04, we felt we won this for all the ones that just came up a little bit short. So we had a little bit of pressure on the back of us that we wanted to do this for all of the great Western teams and some great coaches that were here before us.
And you did a fantastic job. Now, you couldn't have done it without your players. Now, first of all, you know, Western High School has not been a football power. They've had some success, but Coach, I can't remember, I think Coach Houck was here the last time they've really had some success here. But again, excited about winning the championship, but you couldn't have done it without your philosophy and your players.
Yeah, players are great. Jacob Domino leading us on defense. You and I are talking about, broke the record for tackles. Anthony Munoz broke the records of everything at quarterback.
Yeah,
James Mendoza going both sides. A lot of people don't realize that we only gave up 8 sacks the entire year. So we had a good line that was blocking Anthony. Jacob leading us on defense, Anthony breaking all the records for it, and it was really a commitment that we did 3 years ago. We started all those guys as sophomores, took our lumps at that time, and realized that we had a chance to do something special down the line, and that's what we did. We went down the line, and the kids performed. It's a lot less of the coach, it's a lot more of the players. Sports are about the players and players doing their job. My job is to set them up to have an opportunity, and most of the things we do is done by the players being successful.
Yeah, that's one thing, but another thing, a lot of coaches would want to get the winning started right off the bat, you know, and you guys didn't schedule a lot of easy guys at the get-go. I mean, Huntington Beach was on your schedule. You know, it's a Division I school.
Well, 7 of the teams we played in the semifinals or finals.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And we did that knowing that we needed to do that because we wanted to make a special run. And we also scheduled, no one has talked about it, we had 6 road games on that. And what I talked to our players about is we had to go on the road during CIF, and we took 2 long trips. And we were going to have to do that in order to make a championship run. And then to come out and have the championship game here at Western, I wouldn't change anything about it. Everything for us was magical, and it started with my players and the support from the boosters and the parents and all the way down. And it was just a magical run, and I'm blessed, and those guys will be in my heart forever.
So going into this season, knowing what you had coming back, what was your expectations? I mean, sincerely, what were your expectations? Everybody says it's the title, but what was it really?
when you have your first meeting, it's February 1st for us, we have a very first meeting, we talked about 14 games. And you alluded to not being as great in that state, but the state wasn't what we were facing. We wanted to win a CIF championship. And we came out in February. I told the guys it was going to be a long season because we're playing 14 games. We had to do that for many reasons. One, we hadn't had a lot of success. You talked about that. And we also went to these guys young and took a tough schedule and fought with that. And we had to put the right mindset that we were going to be successful and we were going to fight, we were going to get better. And playing Huntington Beach, Garden Grove, beating them with 9 seconds. Artesia ended up being outstanding. Glenn was a good, hard physical team.
That has those guys on point right now.
Exactly. So we put together a schedule, a road, and everything to have a chance to be successful. I'm not naive to think that we didn't have to have things go our way. Obviously, Jacob Domino's sack and that, you know, for the 2-point conversion, whether you want to call it a sack or whatever, basically it was a magical moment for us. And you always have to have those when you win a championship. Of course, Kane Savage scoring all the touchdowns and Rashawn running, Anthony doing what he did with over 5,000 yards and 67 touchdowns.
We're going to get to that, Coach.
But we had a team and we had a group, and we have our coaches love one another. They love the players love each other, and we do it probably a little bit differently here at Western, but that's the way that I coach. And I coach with tremendous respect and love for not only my players, but for all of us as a part of Western.
And a lot of passion, and that does carry over onto your teammates. You know, a lot of people tell you, and it is very true, your players will take on the personality of the head coach.
No doubt, and my support from my wife at home and my kids. If you look at the games, they're always on the sidelines. She's always encouraging. She's always there for us, and it takes the pressure of your home life being away, and you can just, and because this becomes your life, this becomes your family. And to have her and my kids understand what it is that I'm doing, and understand that I'm reaching out and I'm becoming a bigger family, because those boys become my boys and they become my family, and anything they ever need, I want to be there for them. And I can't wait to see them graduate in college and going on and playing football. But most of them are just going to become great husbands and great fathers and great people in the business world, and I want to be there.
See, no offense to anybody, okay, but if more spouses would look at coaching that way, it's an extended family, there'd be a lot more great coaches, be a lot more happy people out there. But, you know, it does take a special spouse, in your case your wife, to understand the dynamics of it and to buy into it, because it does take a lot of time.
No doubt, and she's in education, she's a counselor, and so being into education and knowing what it is and what the kids don't have, then she gets it. And I got a text message on Father's Day from a young man saying, "Coach, thank you. Don't know where I'd be if you weren't there for me. You're always there." And to be able to show her that text and share that moment with her, that's what makes all this possible. There's no doubt.
Yeah, the season was worth it just on that. Okay, so this year, Coach Davidson managed the top passing game in the country. Not talking CIF, state, the country. Nobody had more passing yards or more touchdowns than Anthony Munoz. Not the big 6'8" tackle that played at USC and had a Hall of Fame career. We're talking his kid, or one of his grandkids or something, because actually he played like Anthony Munoz, you know, not in stature-wise, but actually he had a better high school career than Anthony Munoz, big man, did.
No doubt, and we committed to him as a sophomore, and he learned the offense from there.
Amazing kid,
and his pre-snap reads, his ability to make others better and to throw them open, and I'm so blessed to be able to coach him. It's just been an honor.
Before we get in there, this is what we're talking about, guys, okay? 5,010 yards passing, 67 touchdowns, only 13 picks, 130 quarterback rating. He had what, I don't know, 5, 6, 300 plus, 400 plus yard games. The best game was to win the CIF championship. I believe was it 35-34, something like that, Coach? He had 460 yards in the game.
Yeah, that's a semifinal game.
And in his first effort this year, he had 7 touchdowns. So, and this dude's probably, what, 5'9", 5'10"? I mean, but a super kid. Matter of fact, let's meet Anthony Munoz right now. Hi, everybody, and welcome. Now we're at Western High School. This is the practice site for the Orange County team, and standing with me is, well, let me just tell you, this is what a national champion quarterback looks like. This was the nation's leading passer. This is Anthony Munoz, quarterback from Western High School. Anthony, first of all, congratulations. Thank you. Winning CIF, and then this guy threw for 5,010 yards on the season, 67 touchdowns. Unbelievable, man. That's just an incredible accomplishment. How did you do that?
I credit my line and my receivers. You know, they gave me the time to get the ball out, and my job is really just to get them the ball and make them do what they do best, make plays. So all credit to them.
Well, obviously you made a lot of plays this season because 67 touchdowns. Some guys don't even have that in a career, much less in one season. Going into the season, did you think your team would excel the way they did?
We worked hard this offseason. We really believed that we had the right pieces to win the CIF championship. So we had all the momentum, all the confidence in ourselves. So we believed the sky was the limit. So when it actually happened, we weren't surprised by any means.
Individual accolades. I know you're a team player. You've mentioned that, hey, it wasn't about me, it was about the team. I just went with the system. I got lucky. But you must have had supreme confidence in your ability to run this type of offense, man. You threw a lot.
I always know what I'm capable of. Every day I get some doubters, someone saying, oh, you're too small to play quarterback. It just really fuels me, and I know what I'm capable of. So whenever I achieve something, I throw another touchdown, it just brings some fuel outside of me. So I love it. I really do.
For those of you not in the know, okay, there's a difference between a great high school quarterback and a prospect at the next level. Okay, a prospect at the next level will never have a season the way he did, but he'll be about this tall, this much taller, and hasn't really fit into this body the way this young man has. And again, not a lot of guys throw for 5 Gs in a season. That's just incredible. My buddy Josh Booty might have did it, his brother John David, and those guys are national. I mean, those guys were big time. And but man, you're right up there with those guys, and that's just crazy. Those guys are professionals. Real quick, your athletes, your guys out here, there's a whole new team. How's everybody getting along? What's the experience been like for you?
At the end of the day, it's all football. Everybody's loves being out here. We're all getting along, coming from different schools, and we're just having a good time. We're just doing what we love and all just having fun with one another. So it's going well.
Great. Last question. During the course of your season this year, did you hear anything from your opponents about, here he is, the $1 million man out here, this guy, 400 yards a game? Hear any of that talk?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun. It's always fun to hear that competitive energy. I would come out to warm up before the game, and I would hear even parents chirping from the sideline, and it's always fun. At the end of the day, it's football, so it was always a good time, though, definitely.
Yeah. He says it's always fun. Trust me, this guy got motivated by that stuff. The best thing to do, a guy like this, is just shut up, like I'm doing now. Just shut up. Hey, congratulations. Good luck to you, man. Looking forward to seeing you.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Coach, in that interview, the first thing you heard Munoz say was, my line, his offensive line, man. I think if he made a lot of money this year, if he was a pro, he would have bought everybody a car.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And if you watch any of his interviews, it's the same thing. Mm-hmm. He did it throughout the entire year. But that's Anthony. That's not a hidden pretending to be something on a camera.
Yeah, it wasn't his representative.
He's a 4-point plus kid. His leadership skills are through it. He's part of ASB. He's part of Boys State. He is a successful person because that's what he really feels. He has the confidence that he's going to succeed, and he also believes that he's going to make others around him better. And man, having that senior leadership on the line and being a part of it makes it special.
Coach, what about that first game where it opening right out of the chutes, man? 7 touchdowns. I mean, think about that. He probably had to sit out half the game for that.
Yeah, we had 7 games combined. He threw 3 passes in the second half, which I'm proud of on those stats, where in 7 games he didn't get to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And to still have those stats, but we didn't try to go stat chasing. The first game, we were trying to see what we really have, right? We had the confidence that we were going to go make a run, and we knew we had a pretty good run game. We called it a 3-headed monster with Hester and Domino and Nava, and we knew what we had there. We kind of knew what we had with Anthony, and then to see Kane and Cash, explode at wide receiver and just take another level on it. To score 7 touchdowns and to have it go to 4 or 5 different players, it was a pretty magical thing.
What was the guy with 2,100 yards receiving this year?
That was Kane Savage.
Savage. Those are savage numbers. 2,145 yards receiving, one dude. And they still had dudes on the team. That one guy had, I think Savage had 32 touchdowns or something like that, receptions.
Yeah.
And he had the second and third guys were 11 and 9 touchdowns between them. Some guys don't, and they're the best receiver on the team. They don't get that many touchdown receptions, 7 or 9 in a season. And you had all kinds of guys. And you don't even throw the ball that much. I thought I was going to see 50, 60 attempts a game. It was nowhere near that. I think he was averaging 27 attempts.
He had a game, we had 300 plus yards and we threw 15 times. So it's being able to have that playmaker. And again, we say the line blocked for us. We had some great guys on the outside. Sometimes lost in all that, our running backs block really well too.
Yeah,
and to have those guys protecting. And just to be able to stand in there, allow those things to happen. And that's what I mean. We're just a good team. Right. And so as much as Anthony is proud of those numbers, he's proud of the team that represented to get those numbers. And that's what we're really most proud of.
So coming back now, I was talking to your quarterback, Isaiah Del Toro. He was walking me in today, met me at the gate. And I was asking him, how do you know you're following up like a legend. I said, your boy had a freak season. That just doesn't happen. I mean, look at it, you know. And he was saying, yeah, he says, I know. He says, but you know what? Fine, I'm ready. You know, I'm going to go for the challenge. I got some good guys coming back. So let's talk about who's going to replace your legend, because again, this is once in a lifetime now. I don't think anybody will throw for 5,000 yards this year. I mean, it doesn't happen every year.
The good news is he's followed Anthony for 2 years.
Okay.
So he's seen Anthony. Also, he's seen Anthony work. So as much as we're saying all these things we're talking about, Anthony doesn't only work at practice. He's coming out before practice. He's all summer meeting the guys here on Sundays, and he's just throwing. And he's constantly throwing, and Isaiah's seen that, and Isaiah's picked up on that. And Isaiah's throwing every day, not just when he's with us. And he's getting better every day. And he's feeling more confident, and he comes up and says, oh, I see what you mean on this 52X. I see what you mean on that out route. And so he's growing into the position, and he's going to get there because he believed in what Anthony was doing. He believes in our system. He believes in Tremaine Brown, our offensive coordinator. He believes in all of us, what we do, and he's just going to keep excelling. I really do.
Now, Anthony Munoz, very athletic, but this kid looks like he has a little bit more height maybe, and a little bit more athleticism possibly, just because of the height factor, and no one has a fat on him, man. He looks like he's ready to go.
He's worked really hard in this offseason. Not Anthony, where he's going to have the pinpoint accuracy, the pre-snap read stuff. He's going to do it more with his athleticism.
Yeah, he has athleticism.
And allow a chance to get Kane and Cash and Jaden Hagan out and allow them to go and be special. Jaden's got to follow in James's footsteps. So you and I were talking about Israel Cruz and Simi Alo trying to follow in the footsteps of the Jacob Dominoes and the Rashawn Hesters. So we have guys, and what's great about them, if you walked out there right now to watch us practice, you will see us coaching each other. So they had guys that are continually coaching. We didn't get here all of a sudden, like all of a sudden CIF championship. John Ajalabi was coaching Kane and Cash at wide receiver. Cole Howard was coaching guys on the line. So we've been having guys teaching guys the method, and that's part of my coaching style. We're a family. We do it within.
Right.
And I may not get there right now, but you're going to get there, and I'm going to help get you there.
And, you know, the guys are working out right now, but it looks like you have some good linemen coming back, too, as well.
We do have some good linemen. Danny Walters, all
Big
CIF.
boys.
Ellis Nguyen, all CIF. Both of those guys getting recruited. Our center's back, Frankie. We have 16 returning starters, and I can't believe I said that on camera because I'm trying to hide that a little bit. But we have 16 starters returning.
That's a lot. That's good.
And
That's good.
to have that, nine defensive guys returning for us, to have that with a system of belief and how hard we're working, we think we can come right back and try to follow up for us an all-time 63-year-old history game.
Here's your problem now. You can't sneak up on anybody.
No.
You know, you've been able to do that, but not now. It's over.
When we're playing in passing leagues and stuff like that, the teams we're playing, they're geeked up on it.
Yeah.
They're talking at us. They're coming, and they're trying to see what they're going to do. And all we're doing is showing up and working hard.
Right.
And it helps me every day. We have teams come in. We do four-ways here every Tuesday and Thursday. And we leave, and I say, man, those guys are geeked up, man. It's just the summer. I'm like, you're Western now. Now they're coming for you. They want to beat the champion.
That's right.
And we understand that. And we got a whole bunch of, our schedule's not easy. Our schedule, Garden Grove, we beat with 9 seconds. Artesia, we played a great game, and they won us again. Glenn, we beat at the end with Domino's interception. And so we have some teams that are coming after us on a good, hard schedule. So we're excited, and hopefully the Huntington Beach game is going to be a lot of fun as well.
And working hard, I can tell, because Coach Davidson coached in the premier SoCal Prep Bowl, the inaugural. And coming here in practice one day, Orange Lutheran was here, Lucerna was here. I mean, there was a lot of schools here going 7-on-7. And so you're working out with the cream of the crop, too, is good for you.
I think playing against the best helps us a lot. And we want to play the best and try to keep coming on. And playing in the Los Alamos tournament where we had St. John Bosco and Mater Dei and Corona Centennial, we want to play those teams because that's how it's going to make us better.
You're going to get better.
We can't play the teams below us and think that we're winning some games there. We want to come and face some high-quality teams.
Get a black eye and a bloody nose early, and next time you get one, it won't even hurt. You won't even think about it. You won't even notice it.
We're excited for the challenge ahead, and we're looking forward to the season. We hope to do a repeat performance.
Now, the All-Star game, all right? Great ball game. Your team won, Orange County, 14-6. A lot of action. It was actually a lot of fun, but I think you really enjoyed the practices because these guys were a lot of fun, man.
Enjoyed the practices, meeting the kids, all these kids from other schools.
They're amazing.
Man, you guys put on a great event.
We had fun.
And getting some advice that I thought you guys helped me on. Make sure you get high character kids.
Mm-hmm.
And we had 40 some of the greatest kids ever imaginable. Shaking your hand, saying thank you.
Absolutely.
And we created that atmosphere, the same thing. And knowing guys like Ray Fenton from Los Alamitos, Ricardo Cepeda at Garden Grove, and working with guys like that and knowing them and calling them up and say, hey, I want your best character guy, and them sending, coaching guys like Mike Reddy and Bobby Blandino.
Bobby's funny, man. He's a crack.
He's a great guy. And Mike Creel running the ball, Kobe from Edison. Man, I will never be able to thank you guys enough, because that experience of coaching that much talent and having that much fun, winning the game was an extra additive to it. But the event itself, I look for that to be pretty special. I really do. I think it's going to be a great event.
It's going to grow, man. It's our first one out of the chutes. Matter of fact, let's take a look at some of the sights and sounds from just 2 weeks ago, the inaugural SoCal Prep Bowl Classic, LA versus the OC.
As much as I'm telling you, I'm standing in front of you, I want you to win, and I'm also telling you to make sure you do it with class, all right, and have fun. But we are here to compete, and when you compete, you are trying to win. The way we play is the 45 guys in this room. That's how we are going to play. Do not take a play off. I want you to play as many plays as you want. I guarantee every running back wants 20 carries. Every wide receiver wants 10 catches. Every quarterback wants 3 touchdowns. Every tackle wants to have 20 tackles. We only do that if you get reps. I want you to get reps. Got it? I want you to get reps. I want all of us, when we leave this game, we are so damn tired, we can't even imagine. That's what my goal is. And we win. And we win.
Go hard, 110 miles an hour. You're gonna mess up, you mess up at 110 miles an hour. Do your responsibilities, does that make sense? Let's shine. They're gonna talk a lot of smack and all this and this and that, but we just gotta keep our poise, and we gotta continue to fight, continue to stay low, and continue to drive. You guys got that? Sir. Let's get it done tonight, because linemen win the game. It's in the trenches, as you already know. We've been in the trenches. Does that make sense? Yes, sir. Get it done. Let's go. Get it done. Sir.
I want to pick up tempo. That's what I want to do offensively. They walk around a lot. They're not going to be ready for us. We are more disciplined. We got to show and execute. We're more disciplined than they are. That's what we need to do. All right?
$1992 that I coached in this game. That was 27 years ago. Football is a great game. For many of you guys, this is going to be the last football game you ever play. So go out, enjoy it. I don't remember who won the game that I coached in that year, but I do remember it, and it was a lot of fun. So just get out there, play your best, enjoy it, and have fun, because this could be the last time.
This way, over there.
For that camera.
Look over there. Look over there.
Orange County was victorious tonight. I am with James Mendoza. James Mendoza is the Orange County MVP. Congratulations. I'm going to present you with this nice blue hat to go with your nice blue jersey. Congratulations. Thank the Navy for that. How does it feel?
Pretty good. Come on, when I be being an all-star game.
You have to be an all-star amongst all-stars to win an MVP, so congratulations.
I'm going to follow you guys. I hope you guys get hit up, and I hope this isn't your last game. I hope they're all wrong. Keep balling up, right? Team photo. And 3, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let's go. That's real school football, baby. Someone for us.
Okay, Coach. Well, look it. From looking at that piece, I want to play in that game. My knees won't let me anymore, but fantastic job. We really appreciate it. Thanks again for stepping up.
No problem.
For Orange County.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
got the first one. We'll see what happens next year. It's always fun, man. We'll see what goes on down the line. Coach, real quick, your counterpart in the game, Derek Bedell from Mayfair. Great guy, class guy, character guy. Him and Davidson have very similar philosophies. The only difference is one guy's 8 feet tall and Dan's not. So that's the difference. But we have like to give our condolences to Bedell's
Coach
family
Bedell
because
lost his father.
he lost his dad.
And it was great to meet him and what a great character family. They're a good football family through and through, and we wish him the best. And that's what's great about your guys' game is that we become a family.
Absolutely.
And now him and I will be entrenched forever. And it's nothing about winning and losing. It's just
No.
a friendship that you go, and that's what's great about what you guys are creating in this Orange County, LA thing. And so I want to wish him the best and wish his family and anything that we can do to help out would be great.
Absolutely. I mean, his father was ill during him coaching. He never missed a practice. Showed up, did everything he could. Going through with his commitment, and unfortunately his father passed just, I believe, yesterday. So our thoughts and prayers are with the Bedell family. Coach, in closing, is there anybody you'd like to thank? Anything you want to say?
Well, that video you just shot that you've seen about
Yes.
it was by Victor Baltazar, and
right.
I think Victor really put us on the map of all the things that he was doing. He started off with just doing photos, then it turned into short videos, and then he started doing 5-minute videos, and some of his work, he created a documentary of 14
Awesome.
games.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And that documentary has been unbelievable what he's done. But I got to tell you, my administration staff here has been unbelievable. So you started this with where's Western at? Amy Kwan, our principal, Joan McGee, the assistant principal in charge of athletics. The staff has gotten behind us and great support. The sports on campus have picked up their level of game. And the best thing I could tell you, what we have here going is we have a good cycle. Our district has stepped in and got great support. We got honored by the mayor in Stanton and in Anaheim, and then the district brought us in. And so the support that we've gotten, not just about winning, but the way that we do it and the way that we go about it has been unbelievable. And this is why athletics is so important. In a school like Western, people have no idea how much the counselors, how much the teachers, how much administration tries to help. And that's what makes Western a gem. And I'm so blessed to be here, and couldn't be any better place.
I got to tell you, schools that normally have great athletic programs, and it's not always about athletics, but the ones that do, because it's part of education, let's face it. There's plenty of jobs in athletics when you get out. But the ones that are successful are the ones that have backing from the front office, the principal, the assistant principal, athletic directors, teachers on campus. It is like a big family. So you landed in the right spot, man. I wouldn't be too in a big hurry to go anywhere unless I'm going to the Raiders or something like that, Coach,
or the Chargers.
There you go. Hey, thanks for coming in, man. We
Yeah,
really
appreciate
appreciate your time here. And we'll follow you, man. We'll see what's happening this year.
Hey, look forward to doing great things. I hope we can get your game later on in the year.
Hopefully we
And
can
I'm
get you in.
I'm part of the SoCal Prep Bowl. So whatever you ever need, I'm here. No problem.
Appreciate it. All right, guys, that's it today from Western High School. I'd like to thank head coach Dan Davidson, head football coach, for coming in, CIF champion and state contenders. On behalf of Larry Zaval and the cast and crew on the other side of the camera, I'm Richard Stray saying so long from your friends here from the one-on-one SoCal Prep Bowl.